All 8 of these come as a package. But if you look at the flow of them, Jesus was very thoughtful as he said these things. Because the first 3 Beatitudes all focus on spiritual emptiness or lack. By the time you get to verse 6, the 4th one, we find that there is the allowance for us to be filled. And then the last 4 all speaks about abundance. Do you see that? It's lack, need, filling, and then abundance. And that abundance, of course, culminates in being persecuted and learning how to rejoice in trials. And really, that is the progression for all of humanity in a real spiritual pursuit. Because, I mean, look, we live here in Mill Valley and in Marin County, and everybody here is spiritual. But their idea of spirituality is really nothing eternal or truly spiritual. It's just natural. Every week I talk with people. I'm like, I'm spiritual. I'm like, well, what does that mean exactly? Well, I do yoga. I said, so you sitting in certain positions to calm yourself down, that's spiritual, but that's really just physical. It has nothing to do with eternality. It has nothing to do with anything cosmic even. It's purely natural. See, anybody who's seeking a true spiritual path, true spirituality begins with need, with lack. And any true spiritual seeker, if they're really seeking, they come to that place where they say, I don't have the means to do this. And then you get right into the middle there. In verse 6, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. And what will happen? They'll be filled. You come and you say, Lord, I need to be filled. And then you get filled. And then everything else is, now you're merciful. Now you're a peacemaker. Now you can endure persecution because you realized your lack, you got filled, and now you can lavish mercy on people. Now you can be a peacemaker. When people wrong you, now you can suffer persecution in a righteous way. Because of the time, I want to close the message. I was planning on doing the first 2 today. But I don't want to run over them and try and get them done in 6 minutes. Because it's too important. So all that we've said, I just want to close by reading verses 3 to 12. I just want to close right there. But as I read them, it's my prayer that we'll hear them and we'll say, Lord, will you just minister this to me? Will you, as we hear about lack, as we hear about the opportunity to be filled, as we hear about living a life that is overflowing in abundance because we've been filled by God, let's let the Lord minister to us afresh as we just hear these few verses. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the poor or the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when they revile and persecute you and say all kinds of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so they persecuted the prophets who were before you.